as someone who's involved as a radio DJ, doing wedding planning, how do you find the time to juggle so many at one go and still do a good job?
Who says I do a good job? No, just kidding. Delegate. I think have a very good filofax. Such an old term right now. Got PDA lah, iPhone. No, have a very good filofax. Write things down. Don't trust too much in technology, because when a hard drive gets wiped out, you're wiped out. Okay, you know, it's really about good scheduling.
Sure.
Yeah, and allowing yourself to say no once in a while. I had a few years to try and get used to. I'm still trying to say no, be able to say no to a lot of things, because in the end you take on too many things, and that's when you're really spreading yourself way too thin. Toast is not good with little bit of butter. No. So it's about really saying, prioritizing what's good for you, what can you really give to this thing, and you do it as close to 100% as you can. You know, we're not perfect lah. I wouldn't say that I do it 100% all the time, but enjoy what you do. So if you've got you got a job that you love, then you do it 100%. And you've got projects and hobbies on the side, you do that 100%. I mean, it's really about aiming for the best and enjoying it. And the thing, when you enjoy something, it doesn't feel like work, you know? So I envy anyone who says, I love my job, my God. Then it's like, wow, great. You're getting paid for something you like to do. And the moment you feel that it's not something you want to do, then you've taken on too much. And that doesn't mean you have to quit. I think it's a matter of saying, here, you guys do something else because I can't take too much of it, you know? Or if it's really all on you, then you have to decide, yes or no. Yeah, I've had to face that decision many times. And I've ended certain partnerships and whatnot because I knew I couldn't do it. And I had to, because if not, as it was already telling, it wasn't working out, I wasn't performing at my best. So I was like, I can't, yeah. And you be honest with yourself.
Be honest with yourself.
Yeah.
Now, on that note, being honest with yourself, when do you know that you wanted to do a job which caters to the masses, like audience, speaking up on radio, doing an actress, doing a job where people are involved? How do you know you are suited for that job? For let's say people want to be public speakers, people want to be MCs. I
envy people like that, because for example, a musician, they pick up a guitar and they say, oh, the moment I picked up a guitar, I knew I wanted to do this. I never knew I wanted to do it. I honestly speaking, I'm not like that, wow, hey, I know what to do straight away. I really was going with the flow the entire time. Because I was in mass comm. In fact, the fact that I got into mass comm was almost like a shot in the dark. I just knew that I liked watching TV. I just knew I liked being creative. I liked creative stuff. I knew I didn't like electronics. Business was like, okay, my second choice. Because if it was like, at least business, I know there's a core foundation about something. I can do anything with business. Electrical and mechanical engineering, I don't think so, So I knew I wasn't good at maths, so forget about it. And when mass comm came about, I said to myself, very stupidly, I said I didn't want to go to university, so I don't want to go to JC. So what? I'll go for a diploma and get my skills. I want skills. I want to be able to do things that I know I can do with my hands, with my mind, with my mouth, whatever. It was really about being creative. Because I always like to draw and sing and talk crap, So it was like, it's really about having fun with whatever creativity I can have. So mass comm seemed to have it because there's a wide spectrum if you looked at the subjects, right? Got in there, ended up with major in radio and I think TV and advertising. Or was it journalism? Oh my God, journalism. And then got a part-time gig with 91.3 because I was my vacation job was there, you see, internship and all that. And internships are so important. Choose wisely. If it's something that you really think, hey, kind of have an interest in that, go for it. Don't just say anything, give me anything. No, it's really about what you're interested in. And if it's your major, then maybe you have no choice, But at least you've chosen a major that maybe you have some sort of mild interest in, and that was radio for me. Although radio wasn't my first, it was advertising, it was TV, it was something else. Radio wasn't as sexy as TV, But when I went to an internship, radio was such a wonderful medium because the imagination in the mind's eye can supersede everything else. You can be blind and deaf and dumb, but in your mind you can see all kinds of things. Correct? So radio was some sort of that kind of medium where it's always an imagination of the mind, a theater of the mind.
Theater.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, enjoy radio, and then during that time, I ended up auditioning for a TV thing. Even then was for going with the flow. My mom saw this thing on TV and said, hey, go on like this compare course, I was like, no, I don't want. And then I went to a Bryan Adams press conference, and over there, the promotions company said, hey, would you like to be an MC? And I was like, what's an MC? I had no idea what it was. They said, okay, come to this press party, meet some people, and I was like, sure, no, can trust, And I said, you know what, it's a public place, it's okay, I'm safe, I had to really, I sat there at my desk like, should I do this or not? Okay, it's like being an adult, you're in a public place, don't go home with a stranger, and you'll be fine. You know what I mean? Watch your drink. It was just really thinking all these. I was very paranoid lah, and I met a producer from SBC then, and he said, come for the audition. Turns out to be the same one that my mom suggested I go to, and I said no, but this was a private audition. I was like, yay, and I got in, and did TV. So it was really about taking a chance with something that I know in my heart I wanted to do. I've had choices flung at me as well and saying, hey, you can earn a lot of money for doing this. And I wasn't comfortable with it. And I said no. And then I mulled about it thinking, should I? But I said, I already said no. And I was comfortable with that decision. Why am I going back on this? And I'm very happy. As long as you know in your heart, you're happy doing something, do it. Take a small chance, see how it goes, go with the flow a little bit. But just don't be stupid lah. You open your eyes to the whole thing. And it was a great opportunity, it turns out. So sometimes you have to take little risks, but calculate it a little bit, Yeah, and it was nothing actually. To me, I was just being paranoid because I was young, and they asked me to go to this press party. Go nightclub, are you sure not? I was still so young. I was like only 20, 19, So I was like, okay, let's see how it goes. And it was great. It turned out to be alright. Sometimes you go with the flow with what works for you. I didn't say I want to be a radio DJ. No, I want to be an MC. No, it was presented before me.